Hello Junior School, and welcome to Book Week Bedtime Stories. I love reading bedtime stories. My teddy friends are here ready to enjoy our bedtime story this evening. I hope you're sitting comfortably. This evening I have permission to read for you King Pig by Nick Bland. I do hope you enjoy it. King Pig by Nick Bland. King Pig. And there we can see the king walking through a very grassy field. King Pig could never understand why the sheep didn't adore him. They were always complaining about one thing or another. Do you think there's something there that they might need to complain about? They hardly ever smiled, and when they did, King Pig thought they were teasing him. That's a very fancy telescope the king has, looking out at the world. They never listened properly, no matter how loudly he shouted. Boy, it does look like he is shouting very loud with those 3 giant megaphones. And the sheep don't look too happy, do they? And the harder he tried to get their attention, I wonder what he's doing to get their attention. Can you see at the top of the tower there? It looks like he's got a giant pile of eggs. And the harder he tried to get their attention, the more they ignored him. Splat, splat, splat. Eggs dropping down from the tower onto the ground. Because he was the king, he could make the sheep do whatever he wanted. Uh-oh. What's he got in mind here? He's turned that tree into a giant catapult and whee! Poor sheep flying through the air. Because he was the king, he could make the sheep do whatever he wanted, whenever he pleased. Oh dear, he's got a couple of poor sheep up in the middle of the night to clean some eggs off his tower. What a meanie. But he just couldn't make them like him. I wonder why. Maybe they would like me more if I looked fancier, said King Pig. For that, he would need a lot of fancy new clothes. But who could he get to make them? Uh-oh. Do you think you know who he might have in mind? King Pig woke up all the sheep and invited them into his nice, warm castle. Oh, do you think he's going to do something nice for a change? And there he slept while the sheep went to work. They gathered up every last snippet of their wool. Oh, look at the poor sheep. They've got to stand there while they have their fleece dyed. And then they have to go on that special machine and have their fleece sucked off like a giant vacuum cleaner. And they knitted all through the night until the king had his pile of fancy new clothes. Oh dear, can you see those poor sheep without their fleece heading back out into the cold? They don't look very happy, do they? In the morning, King Pig was ready to prance. He looked spectacular. My goodness, that certainly is a spectacular outfit. He was ferocious. He was fearless. He was the best dressed king in the kingdom. But when he stopped to take a bow, nobody was watching. Nobody was cheering. Nobody was adoring him. What do I have to do to make you like me? Maybe you could try being nice, said a little voice. But I thought I was being nice, said King Pig, and he went inside to sulk. That night, King Pig couldn't sleep. He felt something he'd never felt before. He felt sorry. Then at last he thought of something nice he could do for the sheep. I wonder what he's got in mind. He worked through the night and into the morning. By sunrise, he was ready to say sorry in the only way he could think of. It wasn't perfect, but all the sheep agreed it was a pretty good start. Well, what do you reckon, junior school? At least the sheep have kind of fancy dressing gowns to wear now, and they're not having to get around in the cold without their fleece. Hope you enjoyed our story. Remember, be nice to your friends, and even those who aren't your special friends. Sleep tight and enjoy the rest of Book Week. Bye for now.